slowly we're getting close towards the end of the beginner's course, beginner's trial, before you hit the intermediate levels and advanced levels. Before we start doing drills, because I'm gonna record in a moment drills for leaders and followers with the leading and following techniques, so you can get used to training them at home before you actually go to the club. So when you start dancing first time, you already will know what's going on. I want to show you a little introduction to a little bit more complex body movement actions. We're going to talk about 3 of those for now. We're going to talk about the shimmies, we're going to talk about rolls, and we're going to call them drops. Okay, so you drop your shoulders on accents. Now, a lot of us is quite coordinated initially. We're able to actually move our bodies. We just simply don't know where and how to do it in relation to the basic action. So I want to show you a couple of positions and places when it's really easy to mess with it, okay? First of all, about shimmy. A lot of people, there is a big misunderstanding. Let's be more safer with that use of that word. That it's kind of, you're doing shoulders. So it's like my body doesn't move and I'm just isolating my shoulder back and forth. You have to understand, you have to be super quick with your shoulder actions, like a professional boxer or so, in order to do it. Normal mortal people don't have this kind of ability. Therefore, we found a little bit lazier way to do it. Lazier from the mechanics of your body. So what I want you to think of, we're gonna rotate the torso, okay? So the torso goes this way and the torso goes that way. And for example, we have like a range of, let's call it 45 degrees, okay? Something like that. Now, if you shorten that range, you're gonna move quicker. But you see what happens? My bottom starts sort of helping me. So I wanna stabilize my bottom by tucking it in. And now I wanna do it this way. And now I wanna shorten that resonance of that action. So I wanna make it shorter. You see, automatically it got quicker. So the shimmies, it's like, if this is your body and these are your shoulders, you wanna resonate quickly so they start wobbling, just like this. And then what happens, it's because it's not the shoulder action, it's your rib cage, you're able to do all sorts of funky stuff with it while you have the shimmy action. So you're applying an additional layer of movement to your dance, depending how far you want it to be seen. It's we call it intimate shimmy. So intimate shimmy, it's like you might not see it, you will feel it if you have arm on the person doing it. But intimate shimmy is like, it's like when you have like, you know, cold shiver goes through your spine. You're like, that's the intimate shimmy. And then you have the show off shimmy, which just smashes everyone's heads, doesn't matter how far they stand from you. Okay, so that depends from your abilities, overall fun and everything. But just remember, it's about that. So another thing is we're gonna drill on the intermediate level more body movement in terms of dancing actual figures with it. But you have to understand that with each step, I have a resonating action. So the rules are that if I'm stepping on the left leg, I'm gonna elevate my left side. So I'm gonna go like this, 1, 2, 3, and so on, 5, 6, 7, depending, do I roll, do I elevate, do I bob, do I push forward? It all goes. Okay, so what I need you to understand that we're gonna replace one of these actions for something like this, ta-ta-ta, okay? So you go ta-ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta, and so on, right? You can go pam-pam, boom, boom, pam pam, boom, boom, and so on. I just stuffed this one up, but ultimately when you start having fun with it, the fact that you're gonna reorganize the shoulder action in relation to your legs for a brief moment, it doesn't matter. It actually allows us to combine that with musicality on high level and show off the rhythms used by the drums, for example. Okay, so 2 places best to use body movement action would be the rocks, which means 1 and then 5. So I can go pa-pa-pam, pa-pa-pam, or the middle part. So I can go tick, tick, ta-ta-ta, tick, tick, ta-ta-ta, tick, tick, ta-ta-ta. If you do that throughout, There's no problem. People will just think that you're totally overexcited. The second action we're going to talk about are the shoulder rolls. Now, we don't really want to roll them forward when you dance in a couple, just because when you roll forward, you make your partner roll backwards. They might not be interested. They might have different aesthetics. So be careful that rolls in a hold affect your partner. Therefore, when you dance in a hold, you elevate and you may roll, but you see it doesn't transfer to my hands. So I can, whatever I'm doing here, I can lead my partner comfortably without throwing her off her dance. Okay, so in terms of rolling, great place, middle part. 1, 2, or you go forward. Ba, ba, chum, boom, boom. Forward action will make you more grounded. It's more, I would say, like a traditional Latin style salsa. A lot of Cuban movements from rumba and Orisha's actions. It's exactly like that, and then a lot of dancers worldwide just kind of borrows those movements. So you will see them. I personally don't like that. I'm following a little bit different aesthetics. I want to look a little bit lighter on the floor. Therefore, our footwork technique is different. We will oscillate more around cross-body form of dancing. While we mix, but it's not like when you watch us, you'll compare us more to cross-body style dances rather than casino, because of just the amount of cross-body turns and multi-spins we're using in order to elevate the technicality of our dance. But ultimately, you know, I'm coming from casino. I love that style, and it's just my heart breaks because I see the simplification of it, you know, without being negative and stuff. It's nothing like what used to be. Nobody does taps anymore. The guapeas are completely different, and it feels like people don't care, you know. There's just like that. It's like it's not, that's not salsa for me. There are other styles who don't require you to move. Salsa is actually one you can, and it's not really restricting you. So for me, you know, if you have this kind of approach, I feel like there are better styles. You will feel more comfortable, because sooner or later in salsa you're gonna come across a nut job who will just dance the hell out of you, and the song will finish. You won't realize what just happened to you. You know, so okay, we're talking politics. We're gonna talk politics a little bit later, because I need you guys to know what's currently happening on the scene. It ain't pretty, but there's still hope for us. But you know, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I feel like there is a little bit of incompetence in terms of the delivery of the information from us to you guys. So this service is for everyone who wants to get inspired and get proper information. And I might sound arrogant, but you know, I've been training worldwide with the best guns for over 20 years right now. I think I know what I'm doing, and that's why I'm so confidently talking to you and not reading from a script, standing behind the phone. Okay. Now, I've calmed down now. We're gonna add one more action, guys. And what I mean, it's drops or bops, or just like little accentuations with your shoulders. Now, the reason why I like this action is because it was kind of very challenging for me initially, due to the fact that I used to do breakdance for years. When I started salsa, I was actually, my core, everything was like locked. I couldn't really isolate, and my shoulders, they were really, really tight. And this really is good for you. It loosens you up. Look, my spine already wants to go to sleep. So the trick is that for women, for example, a lot of you ladies, you carry stress in the hood muscles. So whenever you get stressed, you go here. The problem with that is that as far as you kind of loosen up your arms, your back, it's locked, okay? And then a lot of you has that locked for weeks, months, and then it creates a very uneasy area to work with, let's call it this way. So this kind of exercises, first of all, show you that you have a problem, okay? And then that allows me to be like, okay, let's get in that and let's loosen up the thingies, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is realize that when you elevate your shoulders, you don't actually have to drop them, okay? They drop on themselves. It's the gravity thing works, trust me, okay? So what I want you to do, I want you to elevate your shoulders and just relax. So they drop, okay? And it might feel weird, your body might wobble, and if you have beats, they will wobble. It's totally fine. We want to wobble those beats, you know, that's what salsa is about. If you watch Afro-Cuban culture, Latin, Afro-Latin, Jesus. If you watch Afro-Latin culture, there's nothing like problem with body size. They just have fun. They're not judgmental. So we really want to tap into that. Okay. So first thing, elevate, drop, elevate, drop. Now elevate half, drop, elevate half, drop. Okay. So that's the first half of the action. Second half, what I want you to think of, it's you have those muscles here, okay, right there under your armpits. I want you to bring them down, and I want you to pull your shoulders down. Try to touch the floor with your elbows, okay, just like this. So first of all, we're gonna elevate it, and now while we drop, I'm gonna go bang, right there, all the way down, see? So I'm bringing it up, and now while I relax, I'm just focused to hit the floor with my elbows, like really, really hard. Now, initially, don't go too hard because your muscles might be like, you crazy person, stop it. Yeah, so just be gentle. But ultimately, you want to practice this kind of actions. What it does, that gives you like a really nice accent later when you want to dance and exaggerate a form of rhythm. And again, the best places for that will be rocks and the middle part. So you can have either like a one drop, boom, tum, pam, or double. Pam, pam, cheeky, pam, pam, ta, 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 tum, tum, roll, roll, drop, drop, tu, 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 boom, ta, 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 tum. Okay, so we're gonna have few drills in the next couple of movies for leaders and followers with the steps we touched base previously, but potentially at the end of this beginner's course, I'm gonna do like a real little drill for body movement. Just preparing you for the craziness which will happen in improver and then in advanced level and hopefully in master classes as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next clip.